There's nothing like a nice, relaxing cup of tea. Hey, I'm Will. This is Cardboard Matt. This is a channel where we like to play solo board games. We do some multiplayer stuff and some discussion things as well. We just love games in general, and we want to share that with everyone. And today I'm going to be playing a solo game of Alubari, a nice cup of tea. This is based on the famous Darjeeling Himalayan Railway. This is where they built a railway through West Bengal of India and up through like the Himalayan mountains, so that they could bring in tea leaves and stuff from China, build plantations, and construct that famous Darjeeling Railway. It is a worker placement game. It is designed by Tony Boydell. This is much in the same vein as Snowdonia. So if you've heard of the game Snowdonia, this is essentially same designers. It is Snowdonia, but in a smaller package. Smaller packages, and it doesn't have a million extra mini expansions like the Snowdonia Deluxe box does. It's just one game. It's a little cheaper in that sense, but it also has a interesting tea track that allows you to spend tea for kind of bonuses to your actions. So this changed up a little bit, but it's got very much the same card system. So you could say this is like a way to either kind of test out that system, or if you don't need the massive box of Snowdonia, you could just go for this one instead and enjoy the same basic gameplay. So I have everything set up here for solo. I will be walking you through the rules as I play, so you'll be able to kind of follow along and learn how to play. But also at the end, I will give my full review of the game. And we are going to begin. So to start, you'll see that there are various locations blocked off for solo. The bag of resources is set up a little differently, as everything is clearly labeled. There's cards marked for solo play. There is no AI or anything in this game. You are playing solely against yourself. With the big differences being, the trains, for example, there are only 3 to choose from. I have them off the side of the board here. And trains do not score me any points at the end of the game, so there's less incentive to get those. But they are still good because you could then buy your extra worker. And of course, the game is eventually going to come to a close when either, just like the base game or the standard multiplayer game, Darjeeling is unlocked, or I have placed all of my round markers. So we are going to begin. We have everything set up here. We're just going to go straight into the action phase, because in the first round you kind of have already done the in-between round stuff as part of it. So you'll have to kind of wait till the end of the first round to see how that works. So I have 2 workers. They are going to be placed one player at a time, just me in this case, on these numbered spaces along the top here, and then we're going to resolve them from left to right. So, placing them out could give you different bonuses to playing in the position, but in multiplayer, this becomes much more of a puzzle, because you have to decide, when you want to take those actions, before other players grab them first. So to start off with, I don't really have anything to start off. I have no resources or anything. There is a digging, building and tea harvesting track on the right here. So there is a weather system as well that's going to come in based on the cards, and the weather will affect how much we can dig on a plantation in a round, how many tracks we may lay in a round, and what when a harvest happens and by how much. So to start, I'm going to have to go make sure I get some tea estates uncovered early, because the AI will start, or not the AI, but the events will start pushing and clearing those. So I don't really have a whole lot of chance to do that otherwise. I got to get my cubes out there. So I'm going to go ahead and take a build action there, or a dig action. I So here we have, let's just walk through what the different locations do, or the different actions, because they're all very simple. So the A section, you gain 3 cubes from the collection here, but only one of them could be chai. Now, you'll see along the bottom of each of these actions, you can spend chai. So there's a chai track here. Whenever you gain chai, you'll just add it directly on the track. If you are already at the top, it's wasted. And you can spend that chai to boost actions. So I could boost this by spending maximum of 1 chai to get 2 more cubes. One of those could be chai. Then we're going to dig, or I could dig +3. So I could dig whatever this is. And right now it's a 3, and then dig +3. And then here we have conversion. So we can do 3 different conversions, like 3 iron to a steel bar, 3 iron ore to an iron bar, I guess. And then we have dirt to stone and stone to dirt. And I can spend chai to make unlimited conversions, but also get a kind of discount on building those iron bars for the railways or for trains. Next, we have laying track. So laying track, again, is up to the amount shown on the side here. But if I spend chai, I can build 2 more tracks than that number is shown. And I'll show you what tracks look like when we do those actions. Here we can gain trains, or we can build houses, and then spending chai we can do extra. And then we can gain cards, and we can spend chai to wipe the row. And then lastly, we can gain either a tea leaf or convert a tea leaf into chai. So the main kind of objective of this game is gaining points from anything that's shown in gold on the board, as well as you're going to have objective cards, which you're going to be able to score what the different things are on those cards at the end of the game. Everything is scored at the end. So we're going to go for dirt first. And I should probably start collecting some cubes. Getting some tea leaves for extra actions might be nice too, just so I can increase things. Or I could just go all in for dirt and just clear off 6 right away. That's probably just the best thing to do. So the dirt's at 3 right now, so I'm just going to take 6 off and add it into my collection here. And since I've cleared off 2 areas, I can put my ownership marker on each of those. And it's going to gain me the gold amount at the end of the game for points. So that's 2 points. Okay, that's the end of the round. So we're going to clear those. The card row gets wiped completely in solo. In multiplayer, only the last card gets wiped. And then we'll go 1, 2, and then 3, and whatever is remaining is the upcoming weather. So it's going to be stormy or cloudy. The weather slides down, and our new weather is rainy. So when it's rainy, we dig less, we build less tracks, but it's good for harvesting. Okay, now we're going to draw some cubes. The number of cubes you draw shown here is based on the player count. So we're going to draw 6 new cubes and add them to their respective areas. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy, I think that's most of the tea in the bag is out already. Yeah, there's a little bit more, but I think that's most of it. Okay, well, maybe I should go get some tea this round. All right, now back to me. So I am going to do some collection, and I definitely want to gain that tea. Digging is not really good anymore. Conversions, I can't really buy anything yet. I do want some leaves, but is there any interesting cards here? So we have this card. It's all cards. You'll see example here. All cards will have a one-time use action on the top, which once you've used it, just flip it or turn sideways or something to show that you've used the action. And you'll know when it's done based on the number or the letter. And then you'll see at the bottom, there is a scoring objective, and that is what you'll need at the end of the game in order to score. So in this case, we need 3 leaves and 2 tracks built. And those could be anywhere on the board, but those exact tracks and things need to be applied to this particular card. You do not share items across multiple cards. So I would need its own too. So that could be good. Let's see what the ability is. You may discard this card instead of a steel bar. You're required to pay for maintenance. So that's an event, is where you have to pay maintenance for trains. Choose 1 tea estate. Refill all unknown spaces with rubble. So we get more dirt back. Ooh, 6 tracks is 54 points. It's a lot. Or when you take whenever you take the excavate action this round, take double the number of rubble cubes. Work rate plus bonuses. That could be good. You know what? Let's take some cards. All right, so we are going to resolve now. So I get 3 cubes. I'm going to take 1 chai and 2 iron. Chai right away goes towards the track. And then we come down here, and I'm going to take this work card so I can dig a little bit faster. All right, that is the end of the round. As you can see, the rounds go very fast. There's going to be a lot of card cycling. All right, 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to be sunny now and sunny later. So sunny means it's better for digging and for building. All right, now we draw 6 more cubes from the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I do want to get a train soon so I can start buying that extra worker. But let's see, is there any good cards now? I increased the crop value by 2. So I could force a harvest. I immediately take 2 cubes from the stockyard up here. Or, oh, there's the digging bonus again. Digging is pretty good right now. I might just do that. You know, let's, before the AI starts to clear things off, let's just go dig. Diggy hole. Whenever you take the action this round. Okay, well, I'm going to do it twice. So we're going to go dig. I'm going to activate the card that I took earlier, right? Is whenever I dig, take the excavate action to double the number of rubble cubes, work rate plus bonuses. So I am totally going to spend a chai to get this bonus plus 3. So let's see what am I removing in total. We're digging 4, so 8, 9, 10, 11. And double. It's 22. That's pretty wild. All right, so we have to go from left to right down here. So 3 plus 69. Oops. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, 20, 21, 22. So there's still 1 cube left here. But I have just filled like a ton of spaces here. That means when I harvest, this is going to be quite huge for me. I'm hoping the weather is going to be nice and it's going to allow me to do some harvesting. We're going to have to see. So this card is tapped. To complete it, I'm going to need to have 2 tracks somewhere. You know, I got a lot of dirt to use on stuff, which is good. I could definitely use more dirt in my life. All right, we got rain coming down, and it is cloudy. So when it's cloudy, we are going to cover B and D with a fog. So those locations are just straight up worse, and we're going to have less harvest, which is unfortunate. Our card's any good. Whenever you take a build action this round, you may use 3 iron as if it was a steel bar. Okay. After all the excavate action has been resolved, you may take an excavate action for work value of 6. That would give me the last bunch. You may discard this card instead of a steel bar for maintenance. That's the maintenance one again. I think we're going to need some cubes and cards. All right, so we're going 1, 2, and 3 and get that chai. And then we're going to grab cards. And trains are not really worth points, so even if I do lose them in maintenance later, it's probably not going to really matter that much. But I mean, this is just easy. Easy stone, assuming the eye doesn't take them all. Okay, that's the end of the round. So it goes very fast in solo. 1, 2, 3, and we have more sun, and we have sun coming now. So sun is 1, 2, and train. So we're going to hit the harvest, and it's going to come back. So I'm going to gain tea leaves equal to the number of tokens I have in the plantation area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is excellent for my tea ability. And then it just bounces back down. Oh yeah, and it's multiplied by 1. So 1 per. So that is just perfect. All right, now let's grab some more cubes. 1, 2, 3. Haven't drawn any event cubes yet. Oh, there's one. I spoke too soon. Too soon. Event cubes. Okay, so first event cube. We are going to clear off the next 2 areas. I don't get that. But the AI does. And remove the dirt. Okay. Now it's my turn. Look at these guys back. Any good cards? Ooh, ownership marker. Ooh, the space is clear by game, so I could take one back. Swap the weather. Okay, interesting. If the card has been played, no other counter cards may be played for the rest of the round. Oh, they're just preventing other people from doing it? Well, that's annoying. Alright, let's do... Oh, I still have a chai. I could get 2 steel bars and convert some dirt. You know what? I need to go build some houses, I think, while I have all these tea leaves. And... you know what? No, I'm going to go do some conversions. I can't build tracks. Oh, no, we can. The clouds are gone. Gotta remove those. So I can build tracks, and I can build 2 tracks. I just don't have enough workers. What I really need is trains. So I can buy those extra workers. Now I've got some tea going. That's what I need to do. Okay, alright. So we're going to activate. I'm going to spin a chai to get the better action here. And I'm going to convert 4 iron, and this goes back in the bag, into 2 steel, I guess, railroad ties or tracks. And then I could do some dirt conversion. I don't need this much dirt. Why don't we do... It's infinite, huh? So let's do 10 dirt into 5 stone. And those are going to come from here, the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 5. So that's probably going to be plenty for a while. Okay. Now we're going to go here and we're going to build. I'm going to spend one of those irons. I'm going to get... Oh, they're going to cost 2. Okay, so the trains I have to work with. I have the construction gang train. So this cost me 1 iron. It gives you a discount of 2 rubble or 1 stone whenever you build. That's pretty nice. Then we have the Garrett D class. And this comes with a chai. Whenever you build at least 1 track in a round, gain 1 chai. Ooh, free chai. I like that. Or the toy train, which is literally Thomas the Tank Engine. We played Thomas the Tank Engine when I was playing this game with a group of friends. We just kind of put it on in the background. And let me tell you, it was stuck in our heads for a week. Also, there's some hilarious techno remixes of the classic Thomas the Tank Engine opening. Go check it out, but be warned, it's going to get stuck in your head. So the toy train says whenever you use the stockyard of a worker, getting a tea leaf. Okay, that's also pretty nice, getting free tea leaves. But building a track for chai. There's a bunch of tracks to build. Discounts are nice. Okay, we're gonna spend 2, and we're going to take the track for chai, I think. How many potential tracks is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's like 9 tracks. Sure. Okay. All right. Chai applied. Now I got my train card. Okay. That's done. Clear the cards. Oh, I forgot to use my my last digging. So after the excavate actions are done, I excavate a value of 6. So that's enough to take the last bunch off of here. Okay. New cards. Move down. And more stormy weather. So we got rain. Not so good for digging. Not so good for track laying. Good for harvesting. And 6 cubes on the bag. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. And we have an event cube. And we are going to raise this by 2. So hopefully that means we're going to hit next. I think we will hit next round. We're going to hit the shovel. It's going to harvest. That's going to be excellent. All right. So now that I have my train, I can buy and start the round. I can spin a chai to buy my extra worker. And that's going to be nice. And I'm going to send him straight to go make more out of my tea leaves. We're also going to build, and I think we're going to need some more resources. Yes, definitely. Okay, now let's come here. We're going to take iron, and a chai. And bump it up here. So he's done. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to build 2 times. Let's spend a chai here. And we're going to spend 3 tea leaves. Put a token on that 12 spot. And then we're going to spend, let's see here. 3, no, 8. Yeah, let's go 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Put a token on this nice spot right here. Okay, and then we're going to convert leaves into chai. So I'm going to spend my last 3 leaves by gain 3 chai. And start working that up. All right, end of the round. More card shuffling. I still need to do some construction, and I still need to lay some tracks. All right, rain goes away. Sun and more rain. So the sun, we're going to go 1, 2, and bounce off the top, and 1 here. So we're going to harvest 2 per. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 14 tea leaves. I am very happy with that. It's going to keep me going for a while. This game can drag down if you don't get the harvesting happening and good tea leaves happening. It can be kind of a drag. If you're unlucky and you get a lot of rain and a lot of clouds. But this is excellent. All right, now we draw from the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Okay, and the event now is going to add a track spaces equal to the current lay track work rate, which is 2. So, oh, you know what? I couldn't place that there. Because that wasn't open yet. That is my mistake. Let's take that back, and we'll just say that T is wasted. And I'll spend 1 for my third worker now. So he's going to lay track here. And he's going to lay track here. All right, so now I could do it. But that's, yeah, I forgot that. So what I did wrong here was that in order to build, you have to have open the bridge to the next area. So the bridge opens up to the next bridge. So now I can build anywhere in here. All right, so now that's done. It is time for me to go. And I think we're going to go back and build. We're going to make some more chai, and we're going to get some resources. So here we go. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Spend chai to get 2 more, and we got lots of stone. Get a couple more iron. Then we're going to go over here. We're going to build. Now we're going to spend that 8. Sorry about that. Over here, and as a second build, we are going to, let's see, I can go all the way up here. Looking for a card. Do I want a card? Tea leaves. I got lots of these, so let's go 2 stone. Oh, and the stone goes back in the bag for 4 points, and we'll get my third worker for next round. Then we can go and spend 3 tea leaves to get 3 chai. All right, I get my third worker automatically because I took that location. Cards clear off. I need to start looking at more cards for endgame scoring. And I need to build tracks. I should start working towards that so I can get my free chai. All right, weather goes down. It is going to be cloudy. So -1 leaf. And, oh, you know what? I should have replaced, here's another thing I forgot. So since there's no more estates to dig, E comes out. And nobody leaves tracks this round. So that's unfortunate. However, I can still make do with some building, some conversions, and any cards I want. So whenever you could take a delay track action this round, you can do it at a 1 more than the current rate. Okay, this is take an estate. And this is whenever you pay a stone requirement for station space this round, pay 1 less. Don't really need any of those right now. So we're going to build. Okay. So first building, let's just go out there and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dirt. Go here. And then 1, 2, 3 stone to go up here. All right, now we're going to do some conversions. I'm going to pay. I guess that's for both the buildings. Or do I want to do? Yeah, that's for both the buildings. I was doing them a little bit out of order, I guess. And then I'll spend a chai here and get infinite conversions and go 1, 2, 3 in the bag. Iron bars. And 2, do I want a stone? And maybe I'll change 2 dirt into a stone. I think these should have been in the bag. Okay. So that is done. Weather is gone. We're adding out new ones. And rain is where it's at. So we have rain, rain, rain. Bad for digging, bad for laying, good for harvesting, which we're going to harvest in a couple rounds. All right, time to pull some stuff out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So lane track is still not very good right now. It's only 1. At least I can. What are the cards like? Draw top 2 cards from the contract cards deck. You may keep this card or one of the other cards you've drawn. Discard the other 2 cards. Okay. Tracks your points. Leave one of your workers on its action space at the end of this round. The worker will take that action next round. Okay, not really helpful for single player. Immediately take any 2 cubes. So I would need 4. I would need 6 tracks, which is a lot. So I'm not too sure about that. I am going to, oh yes, spend chai for an extra worker. I'm going to take the track action. I'm going to take that action, and I'm going to do I want to build? Trains don't really get me anything in this game, so I need to probably refill my chai. All right, so here we're spinning chai, and we're going to take a chai. Go back up, and 2 of these. Then I'm going to take 2 more, and we'll take, let's see, stone or iron. Take a couple stone. So he's done. Next, we're going to go here and lay track. We're going to spend chai, so we can lay 1 plus 2 is 3 tracks. I have 3 rails here, and we're going to go 1, 2. Ooh, and I got to try. And 3. Okay, and then I'm going to go and make tea. We'll spend 2 leaves, 2, 3, to max up my tea. And I'll spend tea to get my guy next round. Let's dump the cards. So I have 3 tracks laid right now. I can also now open up to the next water area. So that's going to leave me some more space for building stuff. So we'll have to look at that in the future. 2, 3, and shuffle. Let's see what the next letter is going to be. We are going to get rain. So I'll try not to look at the cards. Sun, great. Okay, so rain is bad for digging, bad for tracks, good for harvesting. Okay, harvest is coming. Some cubes. 3. Oops. There's strange stuff in here. 4, 5, 6. All right, and it's going down to that event, which is complete the next incomplete station, ignoring Siliguri. So it's going to fill in this area. Okay, and then it's going to put in the 3 white cubes back in the bag. So the bag is getting pretty empty. The chances of drawing those are pretty high. So I should probably go and get resources. like maybe a lot of resources. And then go and build. Track laying is not really good right now. All right. So let's go get resources. I think stone. I don't have this yet. Stone, silver cards. Probably just iron for tracks. All right. So resources, 3 and an extra one. So we're gonna get the 5. Take a chai. Go back up, and then 4 more. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's first guy and next guy. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to take a chai. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably, or stone. Stone's going to be good later. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Next, we're going to spend a chai to build extra. And let's put some of that stone to use. So we can build up to here. So here's 4 stone going back in the bag. Place a marker here. Oh, I'm running out of markers. Should get some cards soon before I'm out. Because I'm going to run out real soon. And then 6 dirt. Take this one for 5 points. Sure. Okay. All right, that's the end of the round. 1, 2, 3. And it's sunny again, but rain is coming for now. Down, hit bottom, and then it's harvest at 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 14 leaves. I'm spending a chai for my extra guy. And then we draw cubes. 1, 2, 3. Oh. 4, 5, 6. Oh no, there's all 3 white cubes. Okay, so let's see here. First, we have to spend 2 chai or lose our train. That's too bad. And then we're going to need to... Oh, okay, now we harvest. Immediately perform a harvest. Yep. Okay, so another 14. Wow, I should get something for my tea leaves. And... Oh, but this... Oh, it's going to... Okay. And then they're going to lay track. So they're going to lay the next available one, which is here. I need some colors of different color. Because... oh, no, maybe not. Yeah, I will. So now, the last event is... They would clear off, but instead, because this is solo, they're going to block the rest of Siliguri, which is too bad because I would have loved to build there. And we're going to reduce the number of resources that are out down to 7 orange. So 4, 5, 6, 7. And 5 gray. And 1 chai. Okay. Don't remember whether I spent the last guy or not. Maybe not. Okay, we need to get some chai, and I think we need to get some cards. So, let's see, what does that card do? It's a card with dirt on it. Did we mention what it is? Is it in here? Nope. Alright, so this is Oh, it's houses that are on dirt houses. I own 1, 2, 3. I only own 3 dirt houses. So that's not going to work. How many tracks do I have? I have 1, 2, 3 tracks. I need 2 there. I could get that last one. Maybe take a build action this round. You may use 3 iron ores to fill steel. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we're going to resolve. I'm going to take this card. And then we're going to convert for 3 chai. And then these get white. 1, 2, and a 3. And we are getting sunny. Oh yeah, and this goes to resets once it's top. And we are all sunshine, so 2 and 1. And then we're drawing. I think these go back. So I'm drawing 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. And another event cube. And I'll spend that chai to get my 3rd guy. Oh, I don't have a train. I can't. Ah, no. Build E. Okay, I can build trains with E. All right, so let's just go build. Wait. No, I don't think I can. Convert. I have 2 things left and I'm done. So what's the max points I can get? 1, 2, 3. Probably cards. And those cards are really helpful. Although this one is much nicer than the card I have. 2, 3. I have 1, 2. I have 3. So maybe I should go for that one. How many buildings do I have total? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings. So I could take something with more buildings. I don't really like those cards. Maybe we'll go for cards. Okay. All right. It's resolved. We're going to spend a chai to do infinite conversions. And go 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. And then we're going to get a card. And we're going to spend a chai to wipe this and hope I get something good. Leaves and tracks. Oh, 2 points per leftover chai. And then house. 2, 1, and 1. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I could take that one. 3 for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have lots of buildings, so let's do that. Okay, let's get my guys back. Let's wipe this again. 1 and 2 and 3. And we have sun coming in, rain, 1, 2. We're going to bounce and get 7. And that's going up, that's staying. And then we draw more cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the question is, can I place more than my last 2 workers if I have run out? As soon as you place your last square marker. So it's literally, that's it, it's done. All right. So maybe I should get cards first. No, you know what? Let's just go for it. We will do the cards though, because I have an ability that lets me draw more cards. And we will do the build action. Oh no, I guess we'll lay tracks, because that's for 7 points versus building. No, I could use train cards, but that didn't really work out for me. Okay, all right, let's lay tracks. So we're going to spend extra to lay 2, 4, up to 4 tracks. And I can put 2 because that's just, I'm out of stuff. There and there. And then cards. And so I have draw the top 2 cards from the contract. I can keep this card or one of the cards I've drawn, discard the other 2 cards. Oh, I see it's cycling. Yeah, that one is probably still kind of the best. And then I get a card. So I have, how many tracks do I have now? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have capacity for 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, or 5 for 40. No, then I have to give up the rest. Okay. 5. And that, oh no, it's supposed to end as soon as we place the last one. That's as soon as. It's not finished a round. It's as soon as the last one is placed. The solo play as soon as, yeah, solo game is as soon as. So maybe I won't take the track laying. Maybe I'm gonna build and get a couple of trains. Well, the trains do anything for me. Maybe I'll do conversions instead. No. No, because I can't do anything with the tracks. Well, I guess I could mine instead. Let's do 3. 3 for 5. Okay, alright. We'll do that instead. Sorry about the backpedaling. Now we are going to clear this. Refill. Just trying to maximize my points here. We're going to harvest again for another 7, which is just ridiculous. And it goes up. And then we draw cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to lay track, which I still need another number here. So they're taking this spot. And now I got a place. So let's do, I got 2 cubes. I can build. Four more. How many buildings do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I need 3, 4, 5. So I could grab something that gives me a couple of extras. But is it worth the 4, 5, 6 points? It's probably still just better to lay track. I mean, honestly. Because the best building I can get is just a card. So let's just lay track. And buy trains, I guess. I don't know. I don't think anything's worth it. So, oh no, I can't buy trains. Okay, sure. We are going to lay track 3 and 3, and then that just immediately ends the game. And we're going to do some final scoring. So this is just to beat your own high score game. So we're just looking at what contracts we have. And I'm going to spread them out here. And for the solo, like I said, train cars do not count for scoring, which is unfortunate. So we're going to score completed sites and stations and tea gardens. So we have 1, 2, 3, 7, 10, 12, 15. I should write this down. All right, so first we're going to score completed sites on the stations and tea gardens. So 1, 2, 3, 7, 10, 12, 15, 27, 15, yeah, 27, 31, 36, 46, 51, 60. And then we're going to score completed tracks. So we have 3, 7, 11, 14, 17. And then we score contract cards, track bonuses, building T estates, T bonuses, track bonus cards. Okay, so score the contract cards is first. So we have all the cards here. So let's start with this one here. So 3 houses, 1, 2, 3 or 3 buildings, and then 5 tea leaves. And then we have 2 buildings, 1 track, and a tea leaf. And then we have 2 tracks, 1 track, and 1 track, and 3 tea leaves. So that is all of them. So 28, 35, 41, 51, 56, 66. I have no leftover chai. Get half point per leaves. So I have, let's see, 10, 20, 35, 36, 37, 30, 39. 39 divided by 2 is 14. I do not have the chime doubler at the end, and I have no station. I have no train cars. So let's add that up. 10, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's 12. 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so that is a high score of 157. All right, let's head back up and give my review. All right, so that is Alubari, a nice cup of tea. As you can see, it's a pretty standard worker placement. Things don't really scale up as you move forward. You're just, but there is a bit of an arc still. You are not quite doing the same things all the time. You are building the tea estate or fighting over the tea estates earlier in the game, but once they're gone, for solo or multiplayer, it kind of drops off and that interaction stops, which is good because then there's a new card. Then you are still taking actions to build stuff. The game is quite a lot tighter with multiplayer in terms of fighting over different spots and worker spots especially. You really feel that, like, oh, I really want that worker spot, or, oh, no, I needed that this round, I couldn't take it. That is I won that card and you took the card. That comes into play much more, whereas in solo, you're really just trying to maximize what you can do and maximize your endgame scoring, especially since there are no trains and you've got the board wide open to essentially whatever cubes you want to, whatever ownership discs you want to place out. There you have like near infinite resources. You can just go get whatever you want. So that is, it's just a different kind of game. You are building an efficiency puzzle as opposed to the multiplayer is a much tighter worker placement game. The game does scale pretty well for different player counts because there are cards that change how many spots are available for placing workers depending on the player count. So that's helpful, but the board locations don't change. So I could see at like 2 players, you may not even reach Darjeeling. As you saw with just 1, I certainly didn't reach it. But even 2, you may not reach the end to get that final multiplayer. Whereas with like 4, you're going to get there very quickly. But there's a lot more jostling for positions and stuff, and a lot more flux in the resources. So that's cool. I like that. I like the cards. The one-time use abilities are really juicy to kind of boost your actions, but they also guide what cards you're going to go after. This one would have been perfect for me. It's like what cards you're going to go after to kind of maximize your scoring. And the fact that resources don't overlap for cards. You have to apply certain things to each card. Makes it that much tighter in terms of what you're going to score. Because near the end of the game, you could have more cards than you're able to score. So I like that works well. And as far as components and art and design goes, the art is serviceable. It's not the nicest looking board. It's kind of okay. There's a little bit of art on it, I guess, and the individual station artwork is great, but that's the trains, of course, Thompson Tank Engine on there. All that is simple. It's nice. It kind of gets out of the way from your gameplay, and that's fine. The iconography is very clear. There's not really a whole lot of icons. The event wheel is probably the most complicated, but it does give you cards to reference that, which is nice. Now, the components, it's cubes and small discs. Yeah, it's a pretty simple production as far as Euro games go. The cards are decent enough quality, but everything else is it's pretty typical Euro. Of course, these big weather discs are very nice. But this game is not an expensive game either. So, and you do get quite a little bit of cubes and wood and stuff in it. Now, so there's one caveat about this game, and it's the weather system. And really, it's very luck dependent on the cards and which weather symbol shows up. But it really makes the game volatile. And I'm saying that because, like, in this playthrough, if you watch back, there was plenty of sunshine and rain, and especially the sunshine on the digging track just kept hitting those harvest times. And I got just a massive amount of tea leaves, more than I knew what to do with, or more than I was able to convert into any kind of meaningful points, or even tea on the track. There was almost just too much. But I also have played a multiplayer game of this where we got a ton of clouds and rain, but mostly clouds. And it just sucked the life out of this game. Without having a plentiful amount of leaves, people were resorting to having to take the single tea leaf action in order to get the few they needed to just get some of the cards accomplished, because a lot of the cards have some tea leaves on them. Nobody was getting tea, especially once the market here ran out of chai. Nobody was getting any chai for extra character for worker placement or to boost your actions, and it just slowed game way down and just made it less fun. You know, like I wish they had done something different to balance the weather a bit, or set some limits or something on it. Because it sucked the life out of the game. Now, that has only happened once out of the several times I've played this. But it was unfortunate that it did happen, and I could see it happening again. I could see, rain and clouds and rain and clouds, or just like clouds and clouds and clouds, and, sun and cloud, even sun and clouds, sun and clouds and sun and clouds, and, or something. Your whole economy gets pulled down. You're not getting the chai needed, and it just becomes a slog. And unfortunately, that's not fun. So, you may want a house rule. Maybe only one cloud, token can be present on the board at a time or something, and you just draw a new card instead. You may want to do something like that just to make it fun and keep the speed up. Because when it's working, the game is fun. It is fun to work out, building those contracts and things and matching up the cards. It works quite well. Is this something I want to play regularly? Probably not. But I have very much enjoyed my game. It kind of makes me want to think about looking into Snowdonia, but I don't think I need that much of the same game, even though it has a ton of expansions. So, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and just take a minute in your time, enjoy yourself a cup of tea, and play some more board games.